You're listening to Artificium Occulte Venatores, a Shadowrun actual play podcast by Relative Dimension. So when last we met, you guys had completed the job to Phoenix Solutions, got back, spent a couple days recovering, and then was summoned by Father Glacius, who said that he had received word of a book in Tunisia that they are checking into because they might want it recovered, and they would let you know should that be the case. And in the meantime, you guys had time.
Yes, to fool around, do some training, stuff like that. It was fun.
Well, we also wanted to talk about possibly getting equipment for the job in Tunisia if we needed any.
I still say we leave that off until we actually get the job in Tunisia. We have no clue any details, like, at all. So I still say we wait until we get those details.
Okay.
Downtime.
Oh, I also... Yes, this is true. I just need the discounts for using the church services for training and purchasing spells.
Who are you going to buy them from? Who are you going to see about these?
As I said, the church?
Didn't we have a list of NPCs?
I don't think so. They've mostly been... Well, wait, there was that one. Let me see if
There
I
was
can
Solomon,
find
who's our regular contact for use for Matrix stuff. And then there's Father, who gives us the task, but we didn't ever establish any other NPCs.
No, there was some chick. There was a female,
Okay,
there was a go-between, but I can't find a name.
Yeah, that we gave our receipts to.
Yeah, and I assumed she was also in charge of, gear acquisition.
Yes, she was.
But I can't find the name anywhere.
Yeah, the lady who was she was your handler. Now, Secondina, she is at the armory.
Ah, there it is.
Toyman, who was Toyman? Asura's contact. Okay.
Looks like a contact of Asura's.
I have her handler named as Camilla.
All right.
I have her down as a 2-2 contact, secretary/handler.
Oh, were we supposed to actually add her to the sheets?
She was the secretary of the museum, and she was your go-between.
I don't know about sheet. I have her added to my hero lab character sheet thing.
That's what I meant.
And I've got Solomon listed as a 1/1. I've got a border patrol agent and something else.
All I know is Adranus was going to call his Dallas Monger so that Elle and I could get some magical things, but I don't know if I have money for that. These jobs have not paid very much.
Yes, Adranus was going to call Bruno. So who wishes to start?
Who actually has figured out what all they want to do.
Well, I was going to increase astral combat to 3, increase my sensing to a 3, but I figure I can do that on my own. That's just examining, that's just practice, really. Stumble and combat sense were 2 songs for instruction.
You got a lot of background distortion adding there.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Astral combat to 3. A sensing, but I figured I could do that on my own, just through practice. Or does that actually require training?
No, training just helps you do it faster or, faster generally.
I didn't even factor in time with training and systems. I just factored in time based on the normal amount. And then I was going to learn 2 spells, Stun Bolt and Combat Sense.
Okay, you already have these spell formula on you.
No, I need to purchase those.
So that's likely where we need to start then. Alright, so one's a combat spell?
One's a combat spell, the other one's a health detection spell.
Okay, so assuming you contact Camilla.
I'm sorry, say again?
Camilla refers you to Sangarinus.
Well, if she's recommending I go to a talismonger, I have my own.
And she's referring you to Sangarinus.
Okay. I go to Stand Agreeus.
He can be found in a bookstore in the Vatican City.
Oh, okay.
Not in the. It's kind of like on the outskirts by one of the entrance fences.
Well, as far as I know, I'm still part of the church, right?
Yes.
So I'll be using that identity to move around. Is there a form I need to fill out or something for my requests?
Camilla doesn't tell you anything about that.
Okay.
She just tells you which building he should be in and that you should talk to him.
Okay. So I go to that building and I look for the individual.
The bookstore is named Quietus Athenium. It looks like a very small scale, not a cathedral, but like a temple building on a small scale, except the door is about 10 feet tall. There are double doors. Each door is about 3 feet wide, 4 feet wide. And inside, going through shelves and putting things away, is a troll. He's pushing a cart stacked with books that he is then putting them back onto shelves in various sections.
I'll approach him quietly and request his assistance, informing him that Camilla sent me here.
Huh? I'm sorry, who sent you?
Camilla?
And what is the nature of your visit?
I'm doing research and requesting assistance with learning spells.
Shamanic or hermetic or a different tradition?
Christian 30.
Yes. Which spells did you wish to learn?
Combat Sense and Stun Bolt.
Combat Sense and Stun Bolt. Very well. And Camilla sent you said?
Yes. She said you were the person to see to get my assistance.
Yes. Well, follow me. He kind of sets his cart aside and starts lumbering through the aisles. Gets to a back door and opens it up and motions you in ahead of him.
I go ahead and go as directed.
He enters and closes the door behind him. Inside is another section of books, but these are behind glass. Yes, I believe I have some formula over here. He pulls out a comlink and starts tapping onto the screen. The combat sense spell. Well, aha. And then he walks over to an aisle and holds up his comlink and starts basically watching through the screen as he's scanning different books until one of them chirps and he pulls out a book. It is not labeled other than it's got a very old, dusty binding. This one here, he sets that one aside. And the other one again?
Stun Bolt.
Stun Bolt. He taps into his comlink again and repeats the process. This time the book is smaller, almost digest size. Alright, these here, you can, and what credentials do you have?
I actually use my National Sin.
Very well. He takes the 2 books out with him. Follow me. And leads you over to a terminal where he holds up the pages in front of a screen. These here will be for your combat sense. And the stun bolt. He scans that one too. And a few sheets print out momentarily. We'll call this 1,500 new yen. And he hands them over to you.
I thank him nicely. Thank you, sir. I appreciate all your work. What is it that I owe for these services?
1,500 new yen.
I take out a regular cred stick. They can hold up to 5,000, right?
Yes, I believe they can.
I transfer 1,500 onto it.
Thank you. Let Camilla know that she still owes me dinner.
Certainly, I'll pass the message along.
Good day. And then he goes back to his cart and begins sorting books again. Did anybody else have anything they wish to go acquire as well?
Yeah, I guess I can go for the focus I'm looking for. Joe, I don't understand the rules again for purchasing items restricted but legally through a sin.
Restricted items you simply need a license for.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah. The rating determines availability.
Well, I mean, I know that, right? So, I mean, I know the availability, but I'm looking for a range because, I mean, I just want the best in the range. But more importantly, the rules for the black market have this time and negotiation thing, but it doesn't give you rules for how the availability affects buying things, you know, through the normal corporate store process.
GM Fiat.
Yeah. Higher availability may not be readily available by any store, but if it's restricted and you have a license, you go to a store and buy it.
Okay, then I'm gonna shop around, look for church-associated foci stores. I'm looking for a counterspelling combat spell focus, the highest rating I can get. I'm looking for up to like 5 or 6 if I.
Just a general store, even church related, is not going to have that high.
It's high availability, but I mean it's not forbidden or anything.
True.
And if I have to special order it and wait for a while, that's worth it too. I'm going to spend, I guess, a week looking around, see if I can find something. If not, I will go to the black market in that case.
Well, you have people you can talk to that might direct you instead of just wandering around looking for it too.
Correct. I'm going to talk to Camilla. I'm talking to my dragon contact. I'm going to talk to.
Who do you want to talk to first?
I guess Camilla would be the good starting point.
All right. So Camilla, this day, is probably still at the desk in the museum. Are you going to go there or just call her?
Oh no, I'm going to go.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening. How is business?
I guess in between at the moment.
Yeah, that happens. Have you acquired anything that we can display?
Not recently. Why? Do you have any documents that you need checking out?
Oh, we are a museum.
I mean, you know my specialty, right? I mean,
Yes, but we are a museum. We can still display things if you do acquire stuff like that. But what can I help you with?
Hoping to acquire a foci for counterspelling combat spells. Something preferably like a blessed church related icon type item.
A focus. Combat spells. I do know somebody that might be able to help out.
Personal friend or just a business?
No, this is almost a personal friend, but not quite. How far are you willing to travel?
I've got a few weeks before we're headed out, so halfway around the world if I need to.
Well, I know a woman. Her name is Clementina. She is located out of Amazonia, though. And she deals with foci. Now, I don't know if she would have anything that was blessed by the church, but it can always be brought in and blessed.
Well, I mean, I was thinking something like a bishop's cross or something like that. I thought would be appropriate, but just a matter of style.
Yes, those I don't know the details in making them, but I would assume that anything made like that would be custom made.
Okay. Well, can you give me some contact details and
yes,
before I arrange a flight, make sure she's actually there?
Yes, here's her contact info. Let her know that I sent you if she does ask.
Will do. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Oh, and if you do go see her, though, let me know. I have something for you to take to her if you do.
A large package or just something personal?
Oh, something personal. Something small.
Okay. Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to look for flights first. See if I can book like a trip for a decent price. And then if I can, send a message to Clementina, saying that hold on, saying that Camilla had put me in touch with her, and looking for a special focus for myself. And could we meet for perhaps lunch or dinner at her convenience within the time frame of my possible flight?
Flights can be found easily enough. Probably in the range of 400 new yen for a round trip.
Okay, book a flight and a hotel.
That message takes a few hours, but you do get a response that you have to translate from, what's the language? Spanish, South American Spanish. Not Aslan or Spanish.
Just plain old Spanish.
Yeah. With yes, we can meet. She knows a place that has fine dinners. Let her know when you land, and she will make arrangements for your visit.
Okay. I assume I would have gone to the Shadowrun version of Trivago or something. Ask Camilla for her package, set up for the flight, and off I zoom.
Camilla gives you a comlink, basically.
Oh, hey, does she speak a language I know, like Italian or, I don't know, German or something?
The message was sent in Spanish and auto-translated by your comlink. Camilla doesn't think she speaks German or Italian. But you shouldn't have anything to worry about either.
Okay. And I assume there's like auto softs that will do some basic translation, but very primitive in terms of quality, right?
Yeah, you can get rating 1 LinguaSofts.
Okay. Take the comlink and whoosh. Off I go.
Okay. Anybody else wish to go anywhere or do anything real quick?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing?
Well, Marigold's got a couple things, but we could probably do it both at once. She's going to go to Camilla sometime during the day, I guess. Probably she'd wait till a normal time for normal people to be up and the museum to be open. She'd go to Camilla and stand awkwardly in her doorway for a moment, kind of knock on the door frame.
When you go there and stand awkwardly in the door frame, she doesn't notice you at first. She seems to be talking, and you can see that on her desk, between you and her, is the back of Solomon's icon appearance.
Oh, she'll wait then. She won't interrupt whatever's going on.
And she's you don't hear anything from Solomon, but she is occasionally, yes, no, I know, yes, no, just when you can do it. No, when you can. All right, thank you. And the icon of Solomon is kind of animate. He's gesturing and stuff like that, and then he fades out. And she sighs and leans back, and that's when she notices you. Oh, come in, Marigold.
Problems?
No, just, interpretational problems, I guess. But never mind that. How can I help you?
So for the first time, Marigold looks awkward.
Can I get you a cup of tea?
Nah, that's fine. You got somebody I can talk to about magic?
I know a few people. Is this, like, general magical occurrences? Knowledge? Spells?
Knowledge. I'm not the spellcasting sort.
Like, how magic works, or things that
She
it
winces
does?
at that. Just, yes.
Well, it's kind of a very broad subject. I guess if you want, like, a brief history of magic since the Awakening, actually, go to the Quietus Athenium. Sanguinus should be able to help you.
Alright, thanks. She kind of just awkwardly, she didn't even sit down for the conversation, she just kind of just very awkward the entire time and just kind of abruptly turns and leaves.
She doesn't say anything. She just watches you go.
But yeah, and she'll go to see Quietus. Or the quiet, you know what I meant.
Yes. So I described it a few minutes ago. It's a very small-scale church appearing building with large door entries. And this time, the troll Sanguinus is sitting behind the counter, ringing somebody up. Yes, and here's your complimentary bookmark. Have a good day. And as he nods to the person leaving, he sees you there. Ah, come in. How can I help you?
Yeah. Well, Camilla sent me.
You also need to learn spells?
No, I'm not the sort. I kind of, okay, so long story, cutting it short, I stumbled my way into, I guess, okay, so I've technically, I'm technically speaking, initiate grade 1, but I didn't actually study how to initiate. I kind of, weird magic stuff happened. I don't understand it, but all I know is it helped me advance my powers. And I don't know the theoretical behind it. I don't know the practical behind it. All I know is that
He reaches up and strokes his chin as you're talking. His face gets a very intent look to it as he's listening to you. Oh, you stumbled your way into it.
Yeah.
No, let me get a look at you then. Do you have any sort of masking?
Nope. I initiated for a PowerPoint.
Oh, he only gets 3 hits on his sensing.
Well, let's see. He knows she's got a shit ton of wear.
Yeah.
Because nothing she has is above alpha grade.
Your magic, your essence is lower, your magic is lower. The class of magical subject, so he knows you are an adept, right?
Yeah, physical adept. Her essence is it's just barely hanging on, man. I mean, it's not sub 1, but it's 1.065. She's got a lot of wear. Well, the muscle replacement kind of did a lot of that.
Your aura is a mess.
I awakened late.
Yes, I bet you made a few decisions you wish you hadn't. Unfortunately, I cannot help you with this.
I just need to, I need to know how things work.
Well, I do believe we have an adept who sometimes visits the premises who should be able to help you.
Who's that?
He goes by the name of the Restless Gardens. Yes, I wondered about the name too, but that's what he goes by.
Native American?
No, that almost would make sense if it were. No, he is Italian, local, but he is an adept. I can call him and see if he is willing to mentor you.
Yeah. Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Hold on one moment. And he picks up his comlink, puts a micro transceiver into his ear. Gardens. Yes, fine. The Restless Gardens. Yes. How are you? Are you free this afternoon or tomorrow? Oh, we have somebody that could use some guidance. Yes. No. Not a new name. Wait. Do you wish a new name? He's
I'm
looking
sorry?
at you. Do you wish a new name?
I don't think so.
She doesn't think so. No. Okay, later maybe. But you are. Can I send her over? Okay. And then he ends the call. He will look after you. He, despite some eccentricities, he does know what he is about. And he sends you a file to your comlink with an address.
Right. Hey, while I'm here, you don't happen to have any deal in any like weapon foci or key foci, do you?
Foci, no. I might. He kind of looks off to the side and scratches his chin again. No, actually, I don't think so.
That's chill. I got other people I can ask.
If you find yourself needing spells, don't be too surprised. It does happen occasionally. Some can learn spells. Come back. But in the meantime, the Restless Gardens should be able to help figure things out.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
Oh, right. You can. Sorry, hold on one moment. Damn it! I had a name. Where did it go? I go by Marigold most of the time.
Marigold. Thank you. Don't
Yeah.
let Gardens talk you into a new name.
I've gone by different names over the years. It won't be nothing new.
Okay.
Later.
Ciao.
And yeah, Sheila, go find this Gardens guy.
All right. What about Asura?
She has decided to she doesn't really care. She's actually going to go ahead and learn Arabic and specialize within those 3 weeks because she can. So she'll be doing her spinning.
Okay, so you don't need to talk to anybody or go in. Okay.
No. She'll be fine. She's working on her own. She doesn't sleep. She doesn't need sleep. So you know what? She'll get it all done. She'll be fine. And then the only other thing she's training is boosting is her driving, since it made sense since she did so much on the last run. I was like, it should go up a little bit. Otherwise, no, she doesn't need any equipment, at least not the moment. I figure if we're going to go, she'll request some things, when right before we go. Just probably, she might talk to her. My brain just turned off what her name was. What's the girl at the front?
Camilla?
Camilla, thank you. Just saying that to let her know about something.
About something?
Yeah, basically, she would want some knowledge plugs about street life and like the politics of Tunisia, that kind of stuff. Just so she has an idea of what it is when she goes in. That's all. If we go, she won't need them if we're not going to go. You know.
Tunisia. Okay, yes, I can arrange some of those.
And of course a map would be important to stick in my head.
Do you wish topographical? Well, you can probably get a map on your comlink once you get there.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can get you some tour guides and travel guides and known information, I suppose.
Yeah, just so we're not going in there completely blind.
Okay.
Yeah. And while she's learning the language, she'll also read up on just sort of culture, clothing, things like that, just so she has an idea when she goes in that she's not, that she doesn't look like a complete idiot. Especially if she actually tries to mimic one of them, So, but that
sounds good.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, so down in Amazonia. L, your flight lands.
Okay. Check into my hotel. Message Clementine, right? And let her know that I'm in town. Clean up and everything.
When you contact her, she sends you a probably about a half hour later after you land and contact her. She sends you reservations for a hotel, restaurant.
Okay.
Also request for where you are staying.
Let her know. And ask the hotel to arrange a car service or something for the appointment for the reservation, and so that I don't get late and everything. And otherwise, enjoy the local area around the hotel while I wait.
Okay. They will arrange a car to get you there. A few hours, maybe about an hour, 2 hours before the reservation, a suit shows up.
Okay.
It is very well, not tailored, but tailored looking, yet it has a whole lot of places with adjustable bits to it. So that once you put it on there, you can pull on little tabs or whatever and lock them into place to change the fit of it.
Oh, okay. Take it my decent quality upgraded armored clothing is not going to do it for this evening. Sure. Ring the door and see if the hotel has anybody that could assist me with wearing, because I'm unfamiliar with this clothing. They probably have some sort of...
they have a butler service that, somebody can come up there and help show you the ways of putting on the tie and things like that.
Good.
Ah, this is an interesting suit. I guess the person who provided you this gave you this temporarily until they tailor one to your exact measurements?
Something like that.
Yes, these are rather interesting that way. But he does help, and he adjusts the fit so that it actually looks right on you, and shows you how to tie the tie, and where to do all the other little things like that. Very good, very good. Your car should be here on time.
Oh, very good, very good. Is there a local shop where it would be appropriate to buy a small gift for a strange woman?
What kind of gift are we speaking of?
A nice flower, some chocolate, something sociable.
Leave that to me. I can bring something to you.
Thank you very much.
The nature of the visit?
Social, not yet romantic, just maybe a little bit of business.
Okay, yes, I can bring something that should fit. Then, not long after that, he comes up with a bouquet of flowers and a small box. The flowers should do as a business type of arrangement greeting. And in the box, he sets the flowers aside and opens it up. There is a nice, almost like a brooch, not very expensive, but not a cheap piece of cheap jewelry either. It shouldn't send any mixed signals or anything like that. Pure business.
Thank you. She might appreciate it. Add the price of these to my tab, and I'll tip him well. I think 100 million.
Okay, that's about what the two pieces cost too.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to mix the cost with the gratuity.
And then the car is there to take you. The hotel it leads you to is one of the nicer hotels in the area, and there's a few of them. This is one of the ones where, if you don't belong and you stop out on the curb and look a little too long, somebody shows up to escort you away.
Okay.
When you get there, somebody is there to greet you and ask where you're going, if you need assistance, and direct you into the restaurant. The maitre d' is there.
Hello, my name's Sheldon Milano. I should have reservations with a friend.
Yes, right this way. You are expected. And he leads you over to a spaced out. The tables are not very close together at all. And there's a somewhat large table, like it might fit 6 or so, but there's only 2 seats on opposite ends of it, which, you're not very far away. The menu is to your left on the table. Just tap the console.
Thank you. Joe, I'm going to do a quick sense of the room.
Matrix perception?
Matrix? You mean astral?
Astral perception, yes, not matrix. The obvious things, astrally perceiving, is that there is a spirit at the door next to the maitre d', who is just kind of floating there astrally. There are a few people that are magically active, so either they are astrally perceiving themselves or they are dual-natured. And your dinner date seems to be mundane. She is not currently magically active, if she is magical at all. But the sensing may change that.
Okay. Approach the table, and I guess say in Italian, hello, Clementina?
She stands up, and she pulls out a comlink briefly and taps on it, and then yes, and in Italian, not fluent Italian, but she does seem to speak it. I am Clementina. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. May I say?
Please, sit.
I take a seat. I probably don't quite know whether I should pull her chair out or not. Take my own.
That seems appropriate. She sits down after you do. Let us enjoy dinner first, and then we can discuss business. Camilla and I go way back.
She said you were a friend, but I don't know anything about you. I'm sorry. Oh, that reminds me. She asked me to bring you this, and I slide the comm link across the table at her.
She raises a brow and reaches over and takes the comm link.
And this is from me, and I gently place the box to her side and the flowers in front of her.
Oh, thank you. She takes the flowers, kind of inhales the bouquet briefly, and then sets them aside, and then opens the box. Oh, you shouldn't have, but thank you very much. And she actually puts it on.
This is my first time in Amazonia. Is the food local here? I mean, or is it is it gourmet from somewhere else?
They do serve local food here. They do have a selection of a few things from other areas as well, though. The chef is very good.
I hope I can trust you to order for me. Let us enjoy what they have to offer.
Well, are there any things that you are allergic to?
Nothing that I'm aware of yet.
She nods, and then she taps an order. And the food is very good. It is very fresh. Everything is real. Nothing synthetic, no soy unless that's actually intended to be part of a dish. Stuff like that.
Okay. Talk about what I noticed around my hotel and ask her questions about the area.
She will tell you about the area, anything of note that nearby buildings, their origin, their purpose, sights to see if you were going to be here a while. Let's switch over real quick then to Marigold.
My apologies, I was away from my computer getting a drink, but, yes.
Sure. Okay. So the place that you were sent
Right.
is a somewhat nice house, not huge. There are other things around it, but it does have a sand garden in the front of it, or rock garden, whatever they call that. A few rocks in the middle of sand that seems to be well raked on the side, and sitting on the porch of the house is a kind of a maybe mid-30s Italian guy. He's dirty blonde hair. He's wearing very simple martial arts style clothing, almost like a gi, I guess. And when you get there, he motions you in the gate.
Yeah, she'll enter. You are the Restless Gardens?
Yes. And you are?
Mostly called Marigold nowadays.
Marigold. He kind of ponders the name. I guess that is suitable for now, although it should be elaborated more upon. But Sangarina sent you. You need guidance.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
Well, guidance of this nature can take a lifetime. However, I sense that you do not have that. So, come with me. And he kind of stands up and leads you into the house.
Yeah, she'll follow.
What do you know of what you can do?
Nothing aside from the practical nature. I know what I can do. And that is about the end of my knowledge.
Did your abilities manifest in hand-to-hand combat, firearms? Some these days even get preternaturally aware when driving.
Well, most of the abilities that I've come aware of. I'm not quite. I can't tell you like exactly when I awakened, as I didn't notice the ability until it was pointed out to me. That being that I leave no trace when I walk. Beyond that, most of my abilities.
Make a surprise test.
Oh God, that's reaction and intuition.
Yes.
I made it. Thank God for that rank of danger sense. Without it, I wouldn't have.
So you are not surprised when, I mean, without warning and almost without seeming to move, this, like one of those squeezable stress balls is thrown by him at you. So it's not like it would have really hurt if it had hit you, but you are able to catch it. Ah, very well. You say you leave no trace.
I leave no trace. I've found, God damn it, she's a Shadowrunner, but she doesn't know if this guy is anything even remotely similar. The name at first seemed like it, and then she got to look at the place and the guy, and it's just like, yes, I leave no trace. I am more nimble than I was previous. I have something of a sixth sense when it comes to danger, and I can pull burst of speed out when necessary.
Interesting. Yes, follow me then. He leads you into a room, and he basically begins testing your physical capabilities. How flexible you are, how bendable, throwing things at you, like the swinging medicine balls, to judge your reaction and your ability to dodge out of the way and stuff like that, so that he can get a better sense of just what you can do. And that probably takes a couple hours. Yes. Good. Well, you seem to be able to handle yourself well. What is the nature of the guidance you need?
Okay. So I sort of accidentally initiated once.
He gets a very surprised look.
Yeah, basically what she was expecting, that's why she paused. Yeah, I was, on a job, a few years back, and, I don't quite understand it, ended up on the metaplanes, and, they called it an ordeal or something to that effect. I came out, well, yeah. So I don't know how to do that on purpose.
That is probably a good thing.
Not the whole ordeal bullshit. That was bullshit. It was bullshit. But
usually things are entered into after times of contemplation and preparation to make yourself ready for the trials you'll face. Stumbling into it, you're lucky to be alive.
Right, yeah, I know. But it's a means of progressing my ability that I would like to look into intentionally this time. Basically, she's trying to get a rank of Arcana out of this and to be able to initiate later. I know I don't have the time right now, but she'll probably spend a lot of time towards that goal.
Is this something you wish to do on your own? Or would you be interested in joining a group of other, shall we say, like-minded individuals? There are often fees associated with this, but they do provide assistance as well. Doing things as a group of people tends to make things a little safer and less taxing on your spirituality.
See, I'm not really a people person. I don't...
He nods. No, it could be something for the future. I can assist you in this. Not in the same way that joining a group would be, because there are magical forces at work there. But I can assist you when you are ready.
Yeah, that would... Yeah, I got, I mean, I have some time. I'm looking at maybe getting a foci or two, but that's whatever. Like, yeah, I got. Actually, I don't know exactly how much time I got. Got a job coming up. Still info gathering on that, so I don't know when it'll actually drop.
Well, let us see what you know, so I can see what you need to know. And he starts quizzing you on Arcana.
She knows frag all about magic, and
so that takes another hour. Very well. Come to me tomorrow and the next day, and I shall teach you some of the basics that you need to know, and we can work on advanced studies as you have time.
Right. Yeah, thanks.
And in the meantime, are you sure you wouldn't like a new name? Like the Silent Paradise.
It's a bit wordy, don't you think? Like I found names work better when they're short and to the point. Like, well, let's just say in my line of work, you don't normally have time to be calling somebody by something that takes 3 breaths to finish. Marigold's long by my standards anyway.
I see, yes. Perhaps you are right. Well, Marigold, come back. I shall prepare some teachings.
Thank you.
And he will teach you a rank of Arcana.
Yay. And then, yeah, she'll go back to, God damn it, what is her name? Camilla? It's Camilla, right? Okay. At some point, and, get about finding somebody who can get her a, not sure if I want to go weapon focus or key focus, so we'll just say a focus. Although...
When you bring up focuses, since this is probably a few days after, she kind of gets this exasperated look in size. You too.
We just got paid.
Are you willing to travel?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
The only person I know that deals in foci is in Amazonia.
Yeah, I can get there.
Might have been easier if everybody had come at once, I suppose, but let me call and make sure that she is free.
Sure.
I will get back to you.
Yeah, no rush.
What kind are you looking for?
Still kind of haven't made up my mind. Either a weapon focus or, like, a chi focus. So...
Okay, I will get back to you.
Yeah.
And in about an hour, she gets back to you with, sorry, she does not deal with those kind.
Alright.
I thought at first it might be the same kind that Elle wanted, but different. I will ask around.
Yeah, I'll do some asking too. So, yeah, no rush, no worries. Let's see, who are the other magic folk on the team? She wouldn't call Elle because she knows Elle went through Camilla as well. Adrinus. Adrinus is magic. This whole team is freaking magic, I think.
Except for Scaly.
Yeah. So she'll call up Adrinus, I guess. Ring, ring.
I don't show Adranus on our call.
Wait.
That's you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Adranus, not Escalon, yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick up the phone.
Hey, Adranus.
Yeah.
You got a talismonger friend, or you know anyone who deals in that shit?
Yeah, I got a talismonger friend. Actually, I gotta go see him because I need to get some more reagents.
Right. Do they do foci at all?
Well, well, Joe, this is kind of up to you. I have 3 foci, or I have a bunch of fetishes, but 2 of my foci, I know one of them I definitely got from my talismonger, but would he do adept foci too? Since I am a mystic adept.
Probably.
Or he could get me in contact with somebody who does. Yeah, if you tell me where, I can, meet you there. I'm looking at getting a focus, whatever.
Yeah, sure. He always likes it when I bring him business.
Sweet. Let me know when.
Alright, back to dinner. After dinner. The table has been cleared. She's sitting there. Now, what did Camilla send you to me for?
Well, I'm looking for a counter-spelling focus. I'm good at negating spells, but I'd like something to help protect my team with.
counterspelling. Your tradition?
Unusual.
So chaos.
Oh, that may make things difficult.
Can you sense me?
Do you have any masking?
No, I don't think it comes with masking. I resist spells and can reflect them, but I don't think it actually like hides my aura or anything.
She studies you for a few minutes.
I believe you would qualify me as an aspect of Hermetic.
Yes, this is very interesting. And you wish a counterspelling focus. I believe I can help you.
For combat spells in specific. I'm looking for something rather strong. That's why I asked Camilla to help us, to help me find it. There is no extreme urgency here. I can wait.
Any aesthetic choices that are preferable?
Catholic.
What about... I have one that may serve, but it is a bit obvious.
That may not matter. What obvious in what sense?
It is worn. Here, I will show you. She pulls her comlink out, begins manipulating it, and then she seems to find what she's looking for, and you get a file request on your comlink for a transfer.
Check it out.
There is a shield.
Okay.
With a cross on the front and an actual shield.
That's not just slightly obvious, that's really obvious.
Yes, it is very obvious. To the point that I have had to go through many hoops to keep that. Because certain hands want it back. Historical precedents, they claim, but...
Is it functional as a shield as well?
Yes, it is functional as a shield.
Because I often have a ballistic shield on me. This would actually be suitable, I think. You sure you want to part with it?
No, I've kept it as more of a interest piece, and because it's been in the family. But it is a counterspelling combat focus. It was carried into battle in the Crusades. It originates from before that.
Sure, I'll be able to find its legacy somewhere.
Yes. For the price. Now, if you are associated with Camilla, I think I have a inkling of what you do. Would you be interested in the future of special acquisitions? Carrying them out for me? Or perhaps if you find something that somebody else, shall we say, is not interested in, letting me know if I may be interested in them?
I definitely can do something like that. I'm somewhat surprised you know so much about what I do.
Well, I just have a suspicion. I know Camilla, and I know what she is tasked with for a few years now.
Well, yes, I am interested.
For the shield itself, I can let it go for 20,000 yen.
That's well within my means. Are you sure that you would let it go for so little?
Yes, understand the caveat, though, that because of its significance, others may want it.
I'm sure I could do something with that, too.
Shall I have it delivered to you here, or would you like it delivered to you once you return?
That's a good question. I don't know if I would trust something like that to a shipping company. Perhaps here would be a good... I could take it back with me and examine it on the way.
Very well. When would you like to collect it?
Oh, whenever's convenient. I name my departure date, which I assume is going to be like in a day or two. But until then, I'm free.
Okay, I will have it brought to your room. Tomorrow noon, will you be in?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Expect it then.
And now that business is taken care of, what does this town do for nightlife?
Oh, any number of things. What are you interested in?
To be honest, My interests tend to run toward things like libraries.
Well, we do have a few of those, but that's not necessarily nightlife.
Agreed. But a good theater production would be nice.
I can manage that. Give me a few moments. And she goes, steps away. As she's going towards, probably to settle the bill, she seems to be messing with the comlink that you delivered to her. And then, not long after that, she comes back and, shall we?
It would be a pleasure.
And she takes you around and shows you a few sites. A club. Most of where she goes is very high-end.
Oh, it's not like Elle has anything else to spend a salary on.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they wish to acquire or take care of?
Marigold and Adranus. Adranus. We're going to see his talisman.
Talismonger. This would be Bruno.
I believe so.
Hold on.
That's what the notes say.
Yeah, it's Bruno.
Is he human, orc, troll, elf?
I think I left that up to your preference because we've met with him before.
I don't remember.
But he is, well, technically part of the Mafia. So I don't know if that influences preference.
We'll call him human for now.
Okay. But I would call ahead and just set up an appointment with him.
He is mostly free anytime you wish to make your appointment. Do you tell him what it's about?
Acquisitions of magical materials.
Okay, in that case, he gives you an address to meet at.
Okay. I'll tell him what I'm particularly looking for is just reagents. But I have a friend that I will be bringing with me for the purposes of doing business. Did you go with me before, or was that just Ascalon?
I'm not sure. I don't think she did. She had no business dealing with a talismonger at the time, so probably not.
Oh.
I think it was Ascalon when you guys traded away the other foci. The address is not his home, but when you get there, it seems to be like almost like a strip mall storefront. There is a guard sitting out of the door. He is one of the family, and as he sees Adranus, he nods you in. Is this your +1?
Yeah, this is her.
All right, Bruno's waiting for you.
Marigold will just she doesn't say anything, but she does that upward head nod of acknowledgement.
Inside is this rather large, store space with a single table closer to the back, not quite in the center, and 2 chairs on your side as you approach the table, and 2 chairs on the other side as you approach on the other side of the table. And Bruno is sitting in one of those chairs, and he seems to be reading a book.
New acquisition, Bruno?
No, just studying, I guess. So what can I do for you? You wanted reagents. I happen to have some of those.
Yeah, I was looking around 10, 20, 30, of my special variety, as you know. But my friend here is also looking for assistance of a magical persuasion. I didn't want to go into details with her over a phone, and didn't want to promise something that I didn't know if any of us could keep.
Looking at getting a focus. Chi focus.
What do you like? Do you want this? He kind of stands up and starts looking at you, and walks to your side of the table. Something that you carry?
Nah, piercing or tattoo. If you know someone who can do it without, let's say they need to be rather clean.
I know somebody that can do that.
Not worried about getting sick myself, but getting others sick.
He takes a step back.
Not like that. It's only passable through bodily fluid.
Oh. Might take some doing to find somebody willing to risk that.
So long as they keep their needles clean, it's fine.
Well,
sterile.
Kind of.
Bruno, what about that guy that one time that I helped out with that thing?
Yeah.
I know he's a decent artist, but I don't know if he does do heavy.
What kind of focus you looking for?
Looking at getting something to make me faster. out of character, like thematic, crunch-wise, I want a rating 6 with 1 level of improved reflexes.
Faster. I see. Let me see what I can do here. Kind of pulls out his comlink and starts tapping away. Alright, I'll have somebody looking in on that. Reagents. What kind of reagents did you want?
How many? As I said, about 30 if possible. But I mean, I know that's a bit extreme. So, whatever you got.
30 drams?
Yep.
You want these just normal reagents?
Oh, we actually never brought up the subject, but I mean, can you get the more refined ones? I've never wanted to broach the subject with you since, strictly business and whatnot.
I can get some of them in a more limited quantity.
How long would it take?
Depends on how many you need. They take time to process, but I know somebody that might have maybe 10 drams at the moment. I have to check.
Well, depending on how refined they are, would also be a factor. Hang on, I gotta look it up.
I was looking at the price. Apparently, regular reagents are now tainted reagents.
Yeah, but I wanted the regular ones, which are more expensive, I understand, but...
Yeah, they've adjusted the price.
Like the baseline raw was 50 new yen.
Yeah, instead of 20. I mean, you can still get to 20. They still work. They just don't refine well if you want to adjust them yourself.
Ooh, I am not going into alchemy. So the 50 new yen one was the one I want for 30.
Okay.
And then what can he get at the 10 rate? Just baseline refined?
No, he's Alright, I knew you wanted some basic reagents, so he taps something on his comlink, and from the front walks not the guard that was out there, but somebody else who has a little small, almost like a small jewelry box type of thing. It's a wooden, maybe 4 inches on a side, 2 inches high, and he walks over and sets it down next to Bruno. Alright, I had some of these. He opens it up, and inside are small gemstones, basically like quartz, very small chunks of it. Each one's a dram. I think I have more than 30 there. He starts counting. 37 of them if you want them.
Yeah, how much?
Regular price for them.
Alright.
And then his comlink chirps. Okay. He's got 8 drams of refined.
Refined from what?
Looks like, what is this? Cockatrice feathers.
I meant, what level are we talking? Baseline, inferior, prime?
He's willing to sell them for 250 each. I'm guessing base. So 2,000 for the 8 of them.
Alright, yeah, go ahead.
Alright. I'll have them here for you tomorrow. You can come pick them up.
Okay. And what about, do you need anything else there, friend?
And then he gets another message. Alright. Looks like somebody has something that may be what you're interested in here, but they are... And I'm getting an echo from somebody.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what they call them, but he's saying there's something like spine pins.
Sure.
He shows you a picture of 8 bars that are, small bars that are started about 2 inches and range down to about 1 inch. And I guess he says they sounds painful to me. Go along down your spine. Who would do such a thing?
I've had worse pain.
Well, he's willing to implant them for you.
And they're what I'm looking for?
The sensitive nature, though, he says he's going to charge you a little extra hazard fee.
Yeah.
But so 20 grand.
Marigold winces at that.
I'm sorry, how much?
20.
Fun.
Yeah, Marigold's got 19 and a quarter.
How about this? I'll front 5K up front for the person to show up, start the work. She pays the rest upon completion. Sounds like a deal?
Oh, yeah, However you guys want to pay for it, I'm just giving you the price.
Well, I just don't want this guy to think he's taking all the risk with no payout up front. And, I understand this is a family thing that I don't want to tread on.
He nods. Sounds good then. I'll wire him the $5,000 from you. And, how's tomorrow work for you to have him done?
Sounds good to me.
That's good with me.
Then it's a deal. He stands up and shakes both of your hands.
I transfer him the money while he's shaking my hands.
If he's hesitant at all because of what Marigold's told him, the hand he shakes is metal.
Okay.
It's the partial cyber limb.
Yeah. He didn't seem hesitant when he was shaking your hand. It's been a pleasure doing business. He looks at Marigold. If you need anything else, feel free to call me.
Yeah. She seems hesitant. Alright, the name's Marigold, I guess. Since we didn't really do the whole introduction thing.
Bruno.
I'll give you a ring. I need anything else.
Alright, you can contact me at this comm code here, and he sends you one.
Yeah.
Alright, good luck.
Yeah. As they're leaving, Marigold's gonna kind of, as an aside, she doesn't really look at Adranus, but, as they're walking, she's like, hey, mind not saying anything to the others about my thing?
We've already had this conversation since I'm one of the people that has to heal you from time to time, so
Right.
we're good.
Alright.
And I know you're good for the money. I understand.
Yeah, thanks,
Foci are expensive. We'll settle up one of these days.
Man, I guess I just got a bad head for money. Like, seriously, how the fuck do y'all have so much fucking money?
Well, for the most
not a
part,
character.
you want to know why I have so much friggin' money? Is because, one, I don't spend a whole lot of money on lifestyles or anything like that. And two, a lot of the stuff that I have acquired is remember all the foci we found?
Yeah.
Mind you, I've been giving y'all shares. I'm just saying that, I hold on to that money. Bullets are cheap.
Maybe I don't have that taken into account on her sheet. I don't know. I'll have to go over it and see if I'm missing money from somewhere, but yeah. Anyway.
I did have some left over from character creation.
Oh yeah, no, I spent all that. I came out of character generation with like 700 new yen.
The next day?
Anyway, I think that's me done. I might fluff something as raising logic from 2 to 3. I'll have to see what my karma comes out to after I initiate. But yeah,
the
for the practical stuff,
is
that's
at
me
a
done.
clinic. The appointment's at a clinic. Kind of a very private clinic. It is clean. The person is an orc who implants them down your spine. The, 8 of them? 8 bars are one chi focus as a set together.
Makes sense.
Also, the next day at Elle's Hotel, there is a knock on the door.
Answer it.
There is, standing there at the door, a rather well-dressed elf. Behind him are 6 rather well-dressed orcs, who all seem to be, 4 of them are standing guard to the 2 in the middle, who are between them carrying this somewhat large case.
You have a delivery for me?
Yes, you are. What name did you give her?
My name is Sheldon.
Sheldon. Yes, you are Sheldon, correct?
Yes.
Good. This is from Clementina.
You're
are
expecting. Come on in.
He walks in, and the others walk in too. The 4 orcs that are on guard are very cautiously looking around before they get into your room. Once they're into your room, they seem to relax a little bit. The 2 that are carrying it set the case on a table, gently so as not to scratch the table.
Is it like a sealed wooden crate, or is it something I can open?
No, you can open it. It's almost like a custom-made briefcase almost, just shaped to hold a shield, and it opens up from the center. So, like 2 door panels, I guess you would open up.
Sort of like a big suitcase.
Yeah.
Okay. Open it and look at it. Astrally sense it. Make sure.
Roll your sensing.
I got 2 successes.
You don't pick anything up from it at all.
Okay, that's very unusual. Do I recognize it in any way?
Do you have any knowledge of religious, historical artifacts, I guess?
I have ancient objects and artifacts.
So yeah, roll that.
Looking history of the Crusades as an academic skill.
You can do your crusades as a teamwork test to give you extra dice on your ancient artifacts. So you can get 2 extra dice on your other one.
3 hits.
Picking it up and examining it, it definitely has the material and the feel of a Crusades era shield. You can know where to look for some of the authenticity marks that there would be, like the actual shield maker, and they are there. But you are getting a feeling that this was not necessarily created during the Crusades, but refined or reshaped during the Crusades.
Okay.
It actually, through what you know and where to look at, doesn't seem to be material that was commonly used for other shields during that era. It does feel older.
Look at the elf gentleman. Does she want payment transferred to her comlink code, or do you have a special arrangement?
Oh no, you can pay me for it. I agree. I believe you agreed upon the price.
Yes, but I just need to confirm. I send a message to her. Well, I'll take a picture of him with my comlink and send that as a picture to her, and with the question mark, with just the Nuyen symbol and a question mark.
You get a message back that says that is Darunia Mirakian, and yes, he is the go-between.
Very well. Do you have an account to transfer to so I can arrange?
Yes. He pulls out a cred stick. And can we use your comlink to transfer? He'll actually plug the cred stick into your comlink.
Yeah, although I assume anything of that amount has probably got to be like, got to enter in like specific biometrics and codes and.
Yes. And then you get another message back from her that says, oh, by the way, it resists attempt at authentication.
I sent her a little smiley face and already noticed.
Darunia, after the transaction is complete. Well, good day to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
He leaves the case. He doesn't take the case with him. The orcs, everybody files out.
I summon a air spirit. Let's see, category 5, I guess. I'll do the rolls in a second, but I'm going to task it with manifesting it as a a small little whirlwind or something, and have it guard the casing shield from anybody but me interacting with it.
Okay. Over time, you can study it on the way back and stuff like that, and once you get back, it basically is a Force 6, and it has 6 dice of masking.
Gonna need to somehow get a cover made. Something like a piece of cloth or something. No, wait, what's that material that the armor uses for camouflage?
Ruthenium?
Yeah.
Polymer?
Yeah, I need to get something with that in it.
Alright. The rest of the time, anybody needs for training and stuff, we can spend.
So, after the 1 rank in Arcana, is there going to be any mechanical benefit to having him help her initiate? Or nah?
He can do a teamwork test on another initiation if you wish to do it.
Yeah.
You'd only benefit up to the rank of your Arcana, but he can do that. And he can actually guide you through the meta planes as well, which will have no mechanical benefit, but you know.
Yeah, I gotcha. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that roll now.
Okay, so whatever your Arcana rank is, you can add that many dice.
Oh god, I should probably pre-edge this. Logic 2 trying to initiate. It's gonna take forever to ever initiate. Okay. Pre-edging. 8 dice. You don't mind if I pre-edge this, do you? I know edge during downtime is kind of weird, especially since, well, I mean, I've got... I'm not actually going back.
No, it just won't come back regular. Downtime spent sleeping, it doesn't work the same way as in-run time sleeping. So it'll come off.
Alright.
When we actually start the run, too, it'll still be gone.
Fair enough. Alright. I probably wouldn't gain it back sleeping anyway. Those are horrible rolls for her. So I did get it, and let me see.
What is your threshold? You're initiating to grade 2?
2. I'm going to initiate grade 2. So it's a threshold 2, and I got 3 hits.
Yeah, the extra hit unfortunately doesn't speed it up any.
Yeah. No, it doesn't speed it up any, but I made the threshold. That's what matters.
So over a month, track how many days you can interrupt this. As long as full days are spent doing it, you can have breaks in between.
Yeah, okay, so what date, hold on, this is actually, let me see. So she spent a day learning Arcana, so it's been a couple days into the downtime because she also got that, key focus, and then we're gonna start actually going full bore into trying to initiate again. What date are we gonna hit back in action? And actually, what date is it in game?
Do you need to know specifically, or do you have a range where you need to do what you need?
I mean, I know the last game date was 5/26.
Yeah, and then you guys rested and recovered, and it was the 27th when Glacius called you in. Figure a few days of odds and ends, which would put it about the 30th. So, actually, anybody will start on the 28th as far as time goes. If you spend a few days doing things and buying stuff, you can deduct it from there. So, like, Marigold needed 3 days. So the 30th, and then 30 more days to initiate would be the 29th of June if you did straight on through.
Okay, alright, yeah. So, I'll keep that noted down, and depending on, when we get the call for the Tunisia job, it'll interrupt that or whatever, so yeah. Okay, good to know. Alright, thank you.
Surprisingly enough, going with the Restless Gardens to initiate kind of puts a few people into the loop, so the job won't actually start until that's finished.
Awesome. And so his help was just the,
He taught you Arcana.
Yeah.
And then he basically guided you through it.
No schooling, or I know it wouldn't be a group or deal, but no schooling or anything? Okay. Alright.
No.
Fair enough.
Mechanically, he showed you so that you know what to do next time around and stuff.
Alright, fair enough. Definitely not raising her logic this time around then. That leaves me with 2 karma remaining. Alright. So
Anybody else
done.
have any of the long-term stuff?
Alright, I gotta make sure my rent is paid.
Alright, so on the 31st of May, everybody gets 5,000 new yen. On the 15th of June, everybody gets 5,000 new yen. Or no, sorry, on the 1st and the 15th. So on the 1st of June, you get the 5,000, and on the 15th of June, you get the 5,000.
And also, Adriana's talking about other lifestyles. I only keep 1 extra lifestyle, and it's a low lifestyle. That's the place she stays at most frequently. That I don't think anybody knows where it's at. Except maybe Solomon? But that's only if he's tracked or calm.
So we will call it that the run will start on June 30th.
Okay. On the next payday, the 1st of June, Marigold's going to pay Adranus back. Got that, Arca?
Yep.
Alright. So she doesn't even call beforehand, she just kind of sends him 5,000 with a we're even.
If she's sure, yeah.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Okay.
Alright, and then on the 30th of June, Father Glacius calls everybody in. And since Alex isn't here, we'll actually hold off on the briefing and stuff until next time.
That's fine.
Yeah, I was actually just about to suggest that.
I am going to send him a message, however, that he has a month to do stuff and train if he needs to, and he can contact me for any specifics. Alright, just send him a message. Well, we will call it there. 3 karma for the night. And thank you for hanging out in the chat with us. Hope you enjoyed our night of shopping and training. And in 2 weeks, we'll be starting our trek to Tunisia. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logos, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and/or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has given permission to Relative Dimension to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and/or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Relative Dimension in any official capacity whatsoever. Relative Dimension is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License. You can share us, but please give us credit.
The intro is church music from Sirenscape.
The outro is Double Cross, off the Shadowrun Return soundtrack, used with permission from Harebrained Schemes. And thank you to Sirenscape for the additional music and sound effects. You can find more information at sirenscape.com. If you would like to get in touch with the Relative Dimension, you can visit our website at relativedimension.com. You can contact us, email, at podcast@relativedimension.com. You can visit our Facebook at facebook.com/relativedimensionpodcast. You can check us out on Twitter at RelativeDpod. You can check out our Patreon if you wish to support us at patreon.com/relativedimension.